Nancy, what do you think about Vino with a View?
I love it.
I think we like to do that quite a bit, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yes, especially with us traveling full-time to document America's parks and public lands on our Love Your Parks tour. Nancy and I spend a lot of time out hiking and photographing the great outdoors. And one thing we love on the tour, really every park turns into our living room, our dining room, sometimes our personal bar. And so this is where PortoVino comes in. It's an amazing invention. A lot of you know on the shows we've talked about this for years that, hey, someone's got to create a backpack for us for carrying our wine on hiking trails. And so not everyone knows, and sorry, all my park ranger friends, close your ears, we do carry champagne bottles in the backpack, and it gets tough, and then it gets sweaty, and then they warm up.
And there's a real good reason why we do this, because we learned that it draws butterflies and hummingbirds and all kinds of critters to come and sit around and commune with us.
Yes.
And we don't give it to them.
Why do you always have to be in a picnic spot to have your wine, your wiggy time? We want wiggy with a view.
That's right.
So we like to climb to the top of the hill. We take it slow, and then when we get to the top, we should be rewarded.
That's
Not
right.
just with the view, but with our wine. So PortoVino, everyone check it out. Go to porto-vino.com. And we're talking good style, and we're talking function, and the coolest invention ever. We're excited to have Marisa and Gunnar Hammerbeck join us on Big Blend Radio today. They're the husband-wife creative team behind PortoVino, and they are also world travelers and hiking enthusiasts and outdoor lovers like we are. But again, the website is porto-vino.com. Marisa, welcome. How are you?
Good. Glad to be here with you.
Glad to have you on the show. And Gunnar, welcome. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great. How about you?
Doing good. Now, the porto-vino.com, everyone. I just want to keep putting that website out there. It's on Amazon, all that good stuff, too. Gunnar, I heard that you change it up and we'll put beer in there, in these bags, because, you know, even though it's a vino bag.
Yeah, we put all kinds of different beverages in there. I mean, we're from Arizona, so we drink a lot of water. Got to stay hydrated out here. But, it's great for, all kinds of different beverages, obviously wine and beer and water. And you can even use champagne. Just start using it, fairly quickly so that it doesn't blow up into a balloon too much.
Yeah, that's if you want to jump off the cliff. You just let the champagne blow up in that balloon in the bag, and then you can hold on. Marisa, tell us a little bit about the background of the idea of this. Nancy had always talked about the backpack, but the tote, we have a beautiful tote, which is, to me, one of the ideal things for going into, especially like a community park, or if you're poolside and you just kind of want to open that little flap and pour yourself whatever beverage it is. You may this way you don't have to share it with everybody. I'm just kidding. Live
right.
party. Yeah, tell us where this came from.
Yes. So we, Gunnar and I started an import business for the wine and gourmet food industry, more accessories for the wine and gift packaging and so forth. So every year we come out with new products, and a couple in 2016. I had seen kind of like a cooler bag that held a pouch with, kind of a Bota bag in there. And I thought, like, gosh, wouldn't it be cool if you actually had a real nice, stylish bag that could discreetly allow you to bring, your drinks with you along with your wine or whatnot. So that's what we went ahead and designed. So our first prototype was really all about like creating a nice, elegant bag that you could bring, out, whether you're going out with your girlfriends or whatnot, going to their house or whatnot, wherever. And so that was the first rendition, and it did really well, and we decided to migrate from there. So the whole premise is to create really a truly fashionable design that's also functional, so the tote, like you had mentioned, has been great. Like, they having, whether it's like we have some canvas beach totes, and then we have some what we call our city totes, which are a little dressier. They have the ability to carry like all your essentials, and then discreetly, up to 2 bottles of wine, or like you're saying, champagne or beer or mixed drinks, or you name it.
Cool.
And then, of course, we went down the road for the backpack because we thought like we definitely like to hike, and we thought it would be really convenient to have a bag that, you know, a backpack really that, you know, you could put all your stuff in, and then you can discreetly, like, you know, go hike up a mountain or down some trail, and you're good to go at the end of it.
Oh man, it's a lifesaver for me. I'm serious. I know, you know, just to me that you want to be able to go and not have to carry everything. And there's picnics. We have a lot of picnics, and, you know, obviously. But if you just want to, you know, throw your sandwich in the backpack, and the thing is that it's insulated. So I just want to kind of break it down for folks. And there's videos on the website as well to go and look at how this works. It's really simple. You think about those. You know, do you remember this now, Gunnar? Doosveen, which is what we call it, box wine, Doosveen in South Africa. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
And that was really good wine back there. Compared now, here's some of those. I don't know, like you know. But you can basically choose what you want in this bag that you're going to fill. So it's like the boxed wine. You're taking that bag out basically and filling it with whatever you want to drink, and then you put it in the pouch. It's insulated so it keeps cool, and then you just pop out the little spigot when you want it. If I got that pretty, that's how it is, right? That's how it
You
works.
nailed it. And the one thing I want to say is you can not only keep beverages cold, but you can also keep beverages hot. So if you're, you know, it's early morning and you want to throw coffee in there, you can certainly do that as well. So.
Oh, we could have a big bag of toddy in there. Hot
toddy. Exactly.
I know.
Hot toddy with your boerewors.
Oh, yeah. Hot toddy. Your wors. Get your wors on. Yeah. so this is poppin' wors. I know, poppin' wors in a bag. You know, the one thing I want to touch on that, because, you know, the one thing we thought of was like, oh, okay, now we're looking at it's a plastic bag, right? But I was reading that this is actually BPA free, so this is like the safe plastic. So if you do put something hot in there, you're not going to be drinking plastic.
Exactly. Right. It's a special film that actually for wine drinkers and so forth, it prevents oxygenization. So it'll actually keep your wine good for a few weeks. So if you don't use it all in one go, since it will hold up 2 bottles of wine in there, it'll actually store pretty nicely for a little while.
Yeah, it's the exact same material as the box wines that you would buy at a grocery store. And you know, similar to the valve, you know, with our valve, if you hear 2 clicks, you can still open it up again. If you click it 3 times, it'll permanently seal it, the way the box wines in the grocery stores are sold.
Wow, that's interesting, man. So this is a nice little way of storage. This is important when we're traveling full time, you know.
Although we tend to not have
we don't have that problem. We don't have that problem, but
well, there you go.
We're talking about the box wines in the store too. So there's ones that are coming out that are decent wines in a box these days, and some good ones. Can you like take them out of the box and put them in the bag and do like your own replacement if you see something you really like? I know you have replacement bags. You've got purse candy, as you say too, but do you think you can do that? You can just go, hey, I'm going to take it out of this box and put it in.
It's a really good question, because we actually designed the actual pouches, what we call our party pouches, to accommodate 2 bottles of wine, because we felt like when it was on your shoulder, it wasn't too heavy, but it's good enough to enjoy with a couple of friends. But so every PortoVino comes with the party pouch, which will accommodate up to 2 bottles of wine or any beverage. But the backpack, even though it does include the 1.5 liter pouch, it will accommodate a 3-liter box wine bag. So if you were to go to the grocery store and grab a 3-liter bottle, box wine, you could put the pouch in there, and it'll fit that nicely for the backpack.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. We figured the backpack, it's a little, you put it on your back, you can handle the weight a little bit better, right? So you can go for the full 4 bottles.
Yeah, it's not like you're carrying the bottles.
Never come back down from the top of the mountain.
You just roll. That's
okay. You can hear all this sloshing while you walk.
But this is another point that I love, is that it is, you're not leaving bottles and things like that in parks. And,
I love that.
And I think that's something too when you think about kids out there and accidents, right? So if you fall down and you've got wine in your backpack and there's no glass, it might actually help cushion you, and then you just roll over and take a sip and you're good.
And you'll want to drink a little faster because you won't have to, it's like it'll lighten the load and you won't have a bottle to carry back down with you. So
well, because I used to have to carry the bottles back out, and then it's like, okay, now you're giving the park all the bottles because you can't drive around with them, and it's like, so this is a very cool thing. I really like it.
It's very civilized.
It is very civilized, and the style of it. So you've got totes, you've got messenger bags, and messenger bags are cool, man. So this is kind of like you could go to concerts in the park. When we think about spring and summertime, we have all those beautiful concerts in the parks, theater in the parks. So this is, to me, this is like the perfect kind of bag for that. You know, you can just go in, be la-di-da, and be in style.
That's right.
And just go.
It is.
I need some
it's
water.
Really nice.
I magically.
Yeah, we do hear a lot of comments where people, they really appreciate the aesthetic look of the bags, but when you show them what its secret weapon is, they really freak out.
See, I know. It's like it's the magic bag. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's the magic bag.
When you turn it around and pour a glass of wine, like they can't believe it.
Well, the backpack is interesting where the little spout is. It took me a while to figure it out. I'm a little slow at times, but like that, I mean, that's a truly hidden spout.
Well, that was Gunnar's.
Stealthy.
That was Gunnar's genius, and that was definitely a fun thing because even when we give it to people now, we'll be like, guess where the spout is. It's fun to see them try to figure it out. So.
Oh, that's
funny.
Stealth. It's the stealth backpack.
Yes.
I'm now thinking about doing margaritas on the road. Like this is a whole new thing.
Exactly. I know. This has opened a whole new experiment.
I know. This is going to get very interesting. Now, talking about purse candy, on your website, and everyone, again, it's Porto-Vino.com, right? You have on your site these little cups. Now, Nancy and I need to get these because we didn't know about these, but now we need them. These are, because you said these are squishable little cups, these silicone cups. And
right.
Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah, so they're made out of silicone, and they come in a nice little velvet pouch. So you can just pop them in your purse, and then obviously use them. And when you're done, you can just scrunch them back into the velvet pouch, and it's just super simple. And they're squishable,
safe.
So yeah, dishwasher safe. That's always important.
Really?
or river safe, I guess. But
yeah, that's cool too because I've been seriously. So you could get those little plastic cups, right? Which we've done a lot of. And then I'm like, well, this is lame. And no, it's just not the same. So then I have glass tumblers, and of course we break them. That happens. It happens. But, and I'm trying to carry those too. Because Priscilla is sitting with Nancy on her shoulder when we hike.
Well, that's the nice thing is that they're reusable, washable, and they look nice, and so you can feel a little elegant while you're on the trail, like drinking your wine, and that all you got to do is rinse it off, and you don't have to be fragile about it or anything like that, and you're good to go next time.
And if somebody approaches you and maybe you're having something somewhere that you really aren't supposed to, you just squash the cup, close up the bag, and go,
squash and go. It's the squash and go in stealth style. And then you've got scarves. So look at this. You've got scarves, which is cool. You've got, now you have an ice pack too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the ice packs are really great. They really retain the cooling property for a really long time, and in keeping with what you just said too. I mean, that's the whole idea is that they really are stealthy. So if you are somewhere and somebody happens to ask you to open up your bag, I mean, you don't have any real issues because they'll never see it because any pouch is behind a zippered pocket that nobody would really think to open anyway. So.
Wow, this is amazing. So, Gunnar, how did you meet Marisa?
Ooh.
Well, remember how earlier you said I must like beer? Well, we we actually met in graduate school. Like I think it was my last semester and her first semester, but I noticed a keg that was right outside of my window, and I said, "Wait a minute, free beer!" And so we met in line there. And
yeah, but it was really the freshman's party, and he was like drinking our beer, and there was none left for me. And that was pretty much how we met. I was like, "Hey,"
I shared what little I'd left.
Exactly.
Oh, he shared. Okay, so
he did.
That's nice.
Good.
Speaking of sharing, you guys, I know you traveled, and I want to touch on your world travels, but talk about sharing. The one thing I truly love about what you're doing, I always love this about, as we start businesses, that having something that gives back, there's that, it should be a win-win-win, not just about a win between the business and the customer, but there should be that other element, and that's something you do. We do that with our tour. We have tour T-shirts with percentage of the proceeds going to different nonprofits, and you're doing the same thing. You Feed My Starving Children. Tell us about that, Marisa, because this is very cool.
Yeah, it really is cool. It's an organization that provides meals to really children around the world who are starving. I mean, some of the stories are heartbreaking, and Gunnar and I have, over the course of our business years, have been lucky enough to kind of say, hey, we really want to do something for others while we're, having fun with our business and so forth, if we can make a difference in others' lives. So, portion of, for every purse that's purchased, we donate one meal to this organization called Feed My Starving Children, and it's really fun because it's all completely 100% donation-based organization. So our team will go and pack meals. So they have meal packing events and around the country, really. And so it's a fun environment, and you're packing these meals for kids that are going to different places all over the world to help alleviate hunger. So
amazing.
So when you buy a purse, you're having fun buying a purse that can pour wine, but it's good to know that you're also donating towards a cause that helps kids who are less fortunate.
Absolutely. I love that.
Cool.
I love that. It's
cool.
awesome. It's awesome. Now, did this come to light for you from traveling so much? I know Gunnar being in Africa. I mean, we have the hunger issue for kids. I mean, we've done so many shows on homelessness, and at one point, a few years back, the average age of a homeless person was 9 years old
in this
country. And so you think about what you're doing with, Feed My Starving Children. You think about around the world, and America has a problem. And that's also part of why we actually started our Love Your Parks tours, because of trying to boost the importance of sustainable and responsible tourism, that if communities take care of their parks, they take care of their actual community, then they can have the right kind of tourism. We're not talking like crazy Disneyland, everybody coming into a small town and burning it down kind of crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. We're talking about people hiking and doing, responsible things, bird watching, that kind of thing. And so it just all goes in alignment, because sustainable tourism will, create jobs. And creates jobs for youth too. So I think we're very aligned in a lot of where we're going in our businesses, and of course we like to have wine and beer outside in nature. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing. Gunnar, did this come from you both traveling? You guys did like an 18-month backpacking trip?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I mean, we had some friends who had spent some time overseas, and they always sent the postcards back, and Marisa and I were both in the corporate world, and we decided, okay, let's have one last hurrah before we start our family, and so we did. But we definitely realized in the course of our travels, like how in general good we have it here in the West, and a lot of that is just by luck, with like what family you're born to. Where many people around the world really have nothing, so that definitely is something that we want to try and help and give back with, and I congratulate you guys as well on in your efforts and realizing that it's nice to be involved with something that's bigger than yourself.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Yes, it's true. It's true. It's when passion and purpose align together. Then it's like it's unstoppable, and it just feels good. And I mean, you guys you're what a cool business. It's like, hey, let's start a business that transports wine on your back or on your shoulder or at the poolside. I mean, this is the coolest thing ever. And really, you have no idea how much we've talked about this. Like, will someone please do this? And then
see, we were like, okay, let's start a business called Dial a Bottle. And then wherever you were, somebody could dial a number and somebody would arrive.
I think Amazon's working on that.
Yeah, as you say, I think it's coming.
And then we realized
it's going to be a drone that brings it.
I know, because
right?
No, we don't want to drive.
We don't want to. We want to be the one who receives and has fun with it. But I do want to ask you both in closing, because we've got a lot in common. But this is one thing, and I know this is for our Champagne Sunday show. I want to ask you this. Okay, so 1 hour walk is something that we're very passionate about, getting people out to enjoy, go take a walk, have a breath of fresh air, maybe have a picnic at the end. So each of you, if you could take a 1 hour walk anywhere in the world, even if you've never been there before, where would it be? And if you could take someone with you that you could get some knowledge from, that or you just really wanted to connect with, alive or passed on, anyone, even fictional, who would that person be? Okay, but what are you taking with you? What Porto-Vino bag is going with you, and what's in the bag?
Wow.
Wow, that's 3 questions there.
I know.
We cap out on 2.
Yes. Well, this is kind of our happy hour, but I want to put the walking in there because you guys are like us and getting outside in nature. So, let's start with you, Marisa.
Well,
you know what? I mean, I have to say there's so many places that I've loved having been to, and there's so many places I'd still love to go to. So I'm going to say I was thinking Nepal right away because that's just pretty much phenomenal. But I'm going to go with beach because that's my next. I haven't been to Tahiti, so I would love to walk on some, beach in Bora Bora. And who would I ask? I always find Tony Robbins to be pretty fascinating. I've had the opportunity to go to a few of his lectures and so forth, and I always think he's like an alien because he just has amassed so much information from so many people over the years. So I'm going to say him. That's who I'd like to walk.
Oh, wow. Cool. Are you going to walk on hot
pick his brain
or hot coal?
I've actually done that. We've actually been to his Unleash the Power Within seminar, and Gunnar and I we're fire walkers. So
right on.
Okay, so how are your feet?
Yeah, you guys rock.
You know what? It's like when you start traveling, right? It's like you want to experience whatever there is in life to experience at that moment. Yeah. So, with our travels, we've had the experience or the opportunity to do a lot of crazy things like great white shark tank diving and things like that. And so, why not walk on fire?
I love it. This is so cool. Okay.
The best I've done is eat a mopani worm.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had one of those.
There you go.
That's a good thing.
Okay, wait.
Marisa's
about those
tried
mopani
one of those too.
Yes, I used to eat flying ants as kids. We used to go. It was mean. And in the rainy season, you'd go run out and catch them. They are pull their little. I feel terrible now, but anyway, kids. Cool thing. Let's go back to Tahiti. And so the fire walking's no problem. Okay, she's got Tony Robbins. So now she's getting empowered on the beach, and she's got the waves. I mean, this is so cool. Okay, but what bag are you taking, and what's in the bag?
What bag am I taking?
Hey, Tony?
I forgot the most important part. Well, you know what? I'm probably going to have to take the double pour bag because I don't think he drinks, and I definitely would want wine. So whatever he's into, I'll bring water, Fiji water for him.
All for you.
She's like, talk away as I sip wine and you drink the water.
That's all right. Okay,
exactly.
You'll drink good.
She's got a double pour. Okay, so is this something out now? Is this something we don't know about?
Brand new. So it's a new purse that actually has 2 750 ml pouches in it, and it has the ability to pour 2 different beverages, or you could do Jack and Coke, or talk about margaritas. You could have tequila in one side and mix in the other.
This
exactly.
is dangerous. These are the magic bags. They really are. This is
right,
so
you know.
much fun.
So
Wow. Cool. Oh, this is a margarita. That's yeah.
Yeah. You
Oh,
got your
I'm
mix
just
on
thinking.
one
My
side.
brain just went off into like
Yeah.
cocktail land there for a
and
second.
it's always, well,
I like this.
And we had like the customers. We definitely love to listen to our customer feedback. So we've had people say like, my husband likes white and I like red, and and Gunnar and I are like, yeah, you like beer and I like wine. So maybe we need to create something that can help us both out.
Do you have a little pocket for those little umbrellas?
Yeah, we want the umbrella.
Exactly.
The
there
backpack
are
has
some
enough pockets. That backpack opens up pretty big. I mean, it's cool. We took it out in Saguaro National Park on a hike, and it is comfortable. I love the backpack. I just like no one gets to touch my backpack. It's mine. That's that. I'm territorial about it, and it's like it
She
is.
actually growls.
No, and it was when it and I'm weird about things because I will like have a backpack until it like literally says I'm done now. Put me in the grave. I'm gone. And this is now. I'm like I had to say goodbye to my other one because this is now my official backpack for the trip because. And I'm not telling anybody what's in it, except for Nancy and Priscilla.
Part of the mystery of it. We're glad to hear that. That makes us very happy.
Oh, I love this backpack. I can't even. Like I said, we've been saying when will someone do this? And then I was like, no way. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, oh. Really? See, when they say put things out in the universe, like you never know what could happen. You could get your dream backpack. So, Gunnar, we're not forgetting about you and your 1 hour walk. Where are you going?
You know what? I was actually thinking about Nepal before Marisa even mentioned it. So I would go back to Nepal for some more trekking. Those Himalayas are just unbelievable, and I would definitely take the backpack because that's definitely the place to be using it. I'd probably go with I don't know, some of my favorite Merlot or so. And I think like for some of those like multi-day hikes, it would be amazing to go with a guy like Richard Branson, where he's a combination of like amazing entrepreneur that spent a lot of time in the music industry, and then is like can build empires in other industries, and then he's like a very adventurous kind of guy who loves adrenaline. And it just seems like a really warm human being that cares about others, and so I think for those reasons he'd be a really interesting guy to spend some time with.
See, and he would probably not hike. He'd probably just fly by helicopter and land right in front of you.
Hey,
yeah, exactly. He's like, no, this is too slow. Let's paraglide while we're using PortoVino.
I read his book Losing My Virginity many years ago, and it just was one of my most favorite ones because there's very few people who write about the publishing industry, and it's a really difficult industry. Hence the need for PortoVino. You can take wine on the outside with you, and he I love him because he has this gumption and that creativity of and he understands the importance of PR, good PR, and really going for it, but having integrity with it. And I think that's important. When you do.
And besides, he's funny.
He is funny,
yeah.
and the music industry
really
is cool
funny.
too.
Yeah, and,
I love that.
Relentless work ethic, and so.
Awesome guy. Awesome. Well, good choices, you guys. I can't beat what you do. You can't beat that at all. Either one of your choices of destination.
Now, wouldn't you like to see Richard Branson and Tony Robbins together?
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I have a feeling they've met.
I think so. I think so. Well, thank you both for joining us, and just again, a pleasure to have PortoVino in our lives because it's going to really do us well on this Love Your Park store. Everyone, again, the website is porto-vino.com, and it's on Amazon as well, so you can get them there. But I always say go right to the creator's website. Whoever's created the product or written the book or the music, go right to their website and get connected with everything and also who they are. They're on Facebook as well. And we've got a song for you. We always like to choose music for our guests, and this song is one of my favorite songs. It's called Summer Wine, and it is off of one of our favorite musicians' albums called Fan Faves, and her name is Shelley King. She's based out of Austin, Texas. She's actually the very first Texas state musician that's a woman. So she does a lot. She's an amazing cool musician. So here it is, Summer Wine. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you so much. It was
Take
fun.
care. All the best.
Yeah.
You take care. Thank you.
I've been thinking about getting away. Maybe I just need a little escape, away from all this busying around. Find a little time to come unwound. It's so easy to get caught up in this race, with so many dreams to chase. Then I hear that song on the radio, making me wanna go out in the sunshine, sip a little summer wine, slow dancing in the park, stay there till after dark. Sweet sound, soft and low, song on the radio. Maybe we could take a little drive out past the city to the countryside, holding hands and talking about love, away from all this push and shove. Take some time to look into your eyes, reconnect our disconnected lives. Remember how it used to be, when all that mattered was you and me. It's so easy to get caught up in this race, with so little time to waste. Then I hear that song on